Good old StreamYard failing on the Unmasked show tonight. Hopefully we do okay here. But I got a lot of things to talk about. Have you guys seen the ST Street Series yet? We're going to talk about it. Can you buy them now? We're going to also talk about that as well. I got a lot of things I got to say. It's going to be a cool show tonight. Let's kick it off. I'll see you guys in a second. Here we go. My favorite part. My favorite part. What is going on, everyone? It is Tuesday, and this is the Unmasked After Show. I know you guys were being teased on the show, so was I. I was like, I love Steve Barber. I love these shows. I love hearing about all the stuff that's going to happen, but there's ST drivers just sitting right there, and I want to know more about them. I want to hear, even if you know everything, you can read a description. You just want to hear people talk about it, and that's what we're going to do here tonight. What is going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. We got someone from Kicker Club. I forgot to pull up the Kicker Club here, but what's going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate all you guys here tonight. I've been throwing up the YouTube just so I can see super chats, just in case StreamYard fails me. So that's why I always just do the YouTube. It's a little bit more important, but I love you guys that tune in from Kicker Club. Come on, StreamYard and Facebook. Just get along so we can see the people from the groups and their names. I mean, come on. Kibo, what is going on, man? Thank you for tuning in and becoming a Patreon last week again. And, man, you won first place the Cush NC headphones on the Unmasked show. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. I love to see you guys win. Is this a hotel party or the parking lot party? I can't keep them straight anymore. This is definitely the parking lot party, the after party. A little bit more fun and shenanigans go on, and we try to keep it G-rated here, but we have a good time. Thank you so much tune in. William, what is up? Hey, kicking it, kicker, Unmasked After Show with Andy, too many Ks. Andy, you're a rock star. Thank you for all you do. William, I know you're on a Patreon, but I did upgrade the Amp Dyno as in a purchase. I just ordered the JY NXT little tiny lithium. I don't even know if you want to just call it lithium. It's lithium and a super capacitor all built in one, and it's going to be perfect for the Amp Dyno situation here with the electrical, because I kind of took the Amp Dyno electrical, my JY HP40, and that's running the quad box, so I had to hook up something, and man, that battery is literally this big, and it's going to be perfect for my setup. When I get that, I'll go more into detail on that, but appreciate you, and I cannot wait to use your bass knob. Super chats are working, and I see the bearded dragon on the top of my screen. I love it. Thank you, Deviant. With his public service announcement, it looks like Deviant has arrived. Not staying, I'm leaving. Relax, yo. Y'all have a great night. Join Andy's Patreon for $1. Happy birthday, SJC. 14.4 Talk Discord now has open invites. Pebbles for the win, and I'm out. Deviant, that's all you needed to do was open up the invites. That is awesome, and it's a cool place between all these Discords. We got like 3 running now, and it's just cool. We get to hang out. I haven't been in there so much, but I've been on my grind doing a lot of stuff and getting content out for you guys and just, stuff around the house, man. But I appreciate you guys, and happy birthday, SJC. I gave him a text today. Thank you, Bubba, for letting me know. You guys are awesome as a community, and it's just amazing what we have created here. It is awesome. Thank you so much, Deviant. Appreciate you. Hey, I know you always tune in. You can't miss a show, man. Thank you so much, buddy. Let me scroll back up here, but that is the point of super chat, so I get to see your stuff. Again, Mom, love you. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Brian Townsend, thank you for tuning in as well, buddy. Justin Viberman, what is going on, man? Thank you for tuning in tonight, buddy. Appreciate that you're here. You got any questions for me? It doesn't really matter, but we're going to keep it to the unmasked topic. But I take the song requests. I'm a cool DJ. We got a $20 super chat from Bubba. I seen that truck. Thank you for your super chat, Bubba. Happy birthday to our boy SJC. Hit the like button, y'all. Man, you guys been killing it. Keep at it, man. I appreciate you guys. We got 35 tuning in tonight from Facebook and YouTube, and it looks like 28 on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. That's a good attendance for a Tuesday show, man. And the weather has been pretty nice out here in Pittsburgh. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm enjoying the weather while it's here. Bubba, thank you so much for your super chat and all that you do, man. Cannot say that enough. Ashy, what is up? Thank you for tuning in. If you guys got any questions about the ST series, I have it loaded up. I'm going to pull it up and talk about it. But if you guys got any questions in particular, let me know, man. Michael DePoli, again, thank you for tuning in, man. I hope you're doing well. We need to link up one of these days. Thank you so much for tuning into my show tonight, buddy. Appreciate that you're here. We got Elon Musk up in here. That just shows that you're doing something. I'll put some ST speakers in my car. If they throw in my way, I'll cut the panel. And you know what? On that note, I kind of want to get to that because, with the ST series, you kind of got to do a little bit of fabrication, man. It's not going to be, I'm just going to throw it in my door pod and that's the end of that. But that's kind of not what these speakers were designed for. These are for the crazy builds that you see at Slamology and all these other different shows. And I feel like it's hitting that niche and that price point. As you can see, they are on the website. When I found this out, I had to throw it up on my YouTube, and I messaged Bill. I was like, hey, these are available on the website, and it was kind of back and forth, and it was just like, all right, yeah, we can talk about it. We can talk about it, and at least they showed them tonight and went over at least the sizes that they had. They didn't go over the prices, but we can do that here, and man, I'm excited for these. I am excited for these. As they said on the Unmasked show, what was it? $300 RMS for the 9, $250 for the 7, and these are mid drivers. So I mean, they're gonna play. I think it's 80 hertz to. It depends each size. They have a different range, but at the end of the day, they're not your normal coaxial or component speaker. But that's why you buy everything in the setup. So that's what you kind of got to do with this. They are like components, but it's a mid-driver, mid-bass type deal thing. But you know what? When I get my hands on this, I feel like it's going to be able to play more than you just think. I've had subwoofers play vocals, so if you have a mid-driver, I'm sure this is going to fill all the voids with the tweeter in parallel. It's going to be great. Mike Craner, thank you for tuning in, man. It's great to have you back. $5 super chat, buddy. I appreciate you. I hope you're still repping the Living Loud hoodie that you picked up off my merch. I appreciate you guys. I need to get some merch for Kayla, actually, from my website. I'm slacking. All right, so... Well, I should move this. This is kind of in the way here. The ST Series. Will Kicker sell more than ST Series than Snowman? I wonder. Right, El Fuego? I don't know. Maybe, possibly so. It all depends. I mean, we are the 1%ers of car audio here that are purchasing this kind of stuff, and I'm sure the average guy might just throw them in a box in the back of their pickup truck, and it's gonna work. You know, it's gonna throw that all together, man. It actually might be pretty decent by itself. As it is. All right, so ST Square mid-ranges, armed with extraordinary smooth output across a wide acoustic range. These 7 and 9-inch ST Pro audio drivers are voiced specifically for clear, clean music without harshness, even with extremely high output levels. Featuring pressed pulp cones, treated cloth surrounds, and heavy ferrite magnets. The Street Series mid-ranges deliver big volume with high sensitivity and up to 300 watts RMS power handling. That is not a max rating, that is RMS power handling, and that's for the 9-inch ST mid-driver. Now, the ST Street Series, you want clean, clear vocals. I like this because these are like super tweeters, in a sense. I believe that's the same style of tweeter. It's not your normal tweeter you buy from Kicker. No matter how loud the bass is, Kicker Street Series bullet tweeters, boom, are the answer. Perfect for competition-level SPL systems. These tweeters deliver smooth, loud detail to cut through bass like a knife. Through butter. Install them flush or use the included trim bezel to surface mount almost anywhere. Field replaceable rebuilt kits are also available. I think that's awesome because when I first saw that, I'm like, how am I going to integrate that into my car other than, you know, the same situation with the 7 or 9 mid bass? But you can take that apart and then it's circle and it works for a lot more applications. I was like, wow, that'll be so easy to just drop into my Eclipse without doing any kind of fabrication ahead of time. For the super tweeters in the tweeter location, it should fit. If not, no biggie. There's always more places I can put speakers. So I think that's awesome that they're doing this stuff. And, you know, let me just get to these comments before I get to more stuff. I'll leave that right there so you guys can just take a look at the sizes. They got 8 ohm, 4 ohm for each 9 and 7, and then they're all 4 ohms for the 1.5 and 1 inch, and then recone kits for the tweeters. I don't think the recone kits, I don't think they're going to sell them for the mid bass just because the price on this is very, very competitive. When I first looked at this, I was like, oh, wow, that's probably each one because the tweeters are around $100 to $120 each one. And they're sold individually. But the mid-ranges are sold in pairs, and it's the same price as the tweeters. They're literally $200 or $220. The 7-inch right here, if you look, this is the 8 ohm. I mean, you can do either one. It's not going to have any kind of performance difference. It's just so it matches your amp that you have it running with. Right here, let me scroll down. Oh. $199. That's $100 each one. I don't know if you know what the prices on KS 6x9s are. You know what I mean? And similar speakers. $100 each speaker for what this thing does. And I think 120, 220, so 110 per 9. You really can't pass that up. I mean, the price point is 100% there. And, oh, this product is not currently available for purchase. Okay. So, I'm sorry about that because I just purchased all of them. I just purchased all of them, each one, each size, everything, kit and caboodle. So the 7s are still available. If they are in stock, they will rethrow them up there. But if you want to go grab one, go grab them right now. Get the 7s. I'm sorry about the 9s not being in stock. It's probably why they didn't tell everyone, hey, go out and grab it. Go out and grab it. They just threw this up on the website. Everything was, put together, and it looked really great. And I was like, hey, there's something you can buy here. They're available to buy. And, so I just bought them all. Bought them all up. Sorry, guys. No, for real, though, I at least bought all of them. Everything is in stock except the 9s, and I think that was the 8-ohm. Maybe they don't have the 8-ohm in stock. Maybe they have the 4-ohm in stock. They do. Okay, so they just don't have the 8-ohm and the 9-inch. They got all sizes. They got all sizes available. That's good. That's good. I mean, I feel like the 4-ohms are going to be more what you're going to use. You're either going to use them by themselves or with another one, kind of bridged together on one channel. Unless you're the kind of guy running 4 of them, and it's just you got a lot of them. They did that so you guys have a lot of wiring, different situations that you can do with that kind of stuff. All right, cool. Let me pull that down for a second. I'm going to go over the comments and see what kind of questions you guys got for me here. Ashy Larry, 100 to 110 is dirt cheap in my opinion. I know. I was like, are you kidding me? I thought this was like, buy each one, every single product of the Street Series line. No, just the tweeters are sold separately. These are sold in pairs for $100. Man, that is amazing. I was like, okay, I'm going to buy them all in that case, every single one, just so I can test them, show them off for you guys, display them here, and then whenever the time comes, figure out which ones will work for my car rather than guessing. I was really thinking, man, 7 or 9. A 6x9 is around the same cone area as an 8. Am I downsizing going to the 7s, but is the 9 going to fit in my door? And all that kind of stuff of how much fabrication I got to do. I already planned on doing doors. I wanted to run L7Ts in my doors eventually for mid-bass. This is the perfect option if you are trying to get more bass. You want it square, this is the way to go. Appreciate you tuning in, Ashy. All right, let me scroll. Mike Craner, we asked in Kicker, listen, can't wait for my STS to complement my 9 L7 X15s nicely. Dude, Mike, this is literally, these are the speakers built for us, for you, the big build systems. This is what they are meant for, and it's just amazing that they're freaking square. That just makes it. It really makes it. Well, since Super Chats are working here, I'll go on to Facebook here and pull up Kicker Club just so I can see some Kicker Club comments, because I just, how that goes, man. It's just a pain in the butt with StreamYard. Let me scroll down here 1 second. Come on. There I am. Oh, would you look at that? Okay, that was William Astasia. Got David from Kicker. What's going on, David? How you doing, man? And we got Lisa from Australia. Love Kicker. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, man. I am excited about these products, and I know this is just an apple that fell off the tree of the L7X family, but it's an apple, and I want the apple, and I want to take a bite of the apple, man. I cannot wait to get these. Go grab these while they're in stock. Go get them. Go get these things, and I mean, it's going to take some fabrication to put in your car, but I think it's awesome to get the first product of the L7X family. I'm telling you guys, this L7X stuff, I know it's taken a long time to get to market, to get in your hands, but after it's here, we're going to forget how long it took, because these products are just going to last forever. It's going to be like the Solo X's, the CVRs that never die. They put a lot of time and effort into these designs and speakers and everything along the lines. To get the first fruit, I think is that's something that, it's a conversational starter. You're just sitting at a fire. Oh yeah, I just picked up the Kicker Street Series. Someone's like, well, what's that? Oh, that's just the brand new speakers for the L7X line. It's awesome, and I think they're amazing, man. I can't wait to show them to you guys and do some testing with them. It's gonna be awesome. Dear Daniel, what is going on? 8 15-inch subs, 16 7-inch mids, and 32 1.5-inch tweets, please and thank you. Absolutely, man. This is this is the kind of situation you need all that stuff for, man. Thank you for tuning in. I can't wait to see you have a nice car audio system, my dear. Appreciate you. That's a good comment. Since we're on the topic of L7X family, L7X Street Series, stuff like that, I found out about this not even a week ago. I barely asked because I know how much work and time is going into bringing the Solo X back, and just every step that goes towards that and to make that happen. So I don't push. I know they'll let me know, and it's just I kind of did a little, hey, you know, like what's the status? And Bill did message in the comments. They didn't like say it on the UnMasked show, but they said it in the comments. Bill, as kicker, said in the comments that it will be here Q1 of 2023. I know everyone's gonna be freaking out, but I don't see it going back any further. I just don't, because think about it. It's not much more of a difference between the end of Q4 to Q1. And what I heard, which I can't repeat, it's gonna be here. And that's what's awesome. And I mean, it's kind of like, it's magic made in heaven of just how everything unfolded. And yeah, it sucks because it's not here now, but 73, 50-year anniversary. Think about it. That's this year, around March, I think, is when they started in 73, give or take a few months, and of when Kicker started. So what better time to release a product that has been in queue, waiting forever, to it seems, of the normal person, because we knew so much earlier. I knew back in 2018, I didn't know exactly what it looked like, and neither did they really, but I knew about it back then. And it is a shame that, everything happened the way it did. They didn't release the information until 2020. They started telling people in 2019, but at the same time, it's just, everything happened. And the type of company they're not gonna just slap a sticker on it and move along. It's just not them. It's not how they do things, whether it's better for the product or maybe worse because of the time. They want to give you a product that is that product that you always pay for, that when you buy the Kicker product, you're getting that kind of quality. There's always, lemons in a product that might get skipped over, and they're always the first to fix it. No questions asked, 9 chances out of 10. If not, it's a very small fee to repair something, and usually it's user error when they're charging you, or you got it third, fourth hand off the eBay like they were talking. So, yeah, it's not going to be here until Q1, and they're not going to be under Christmas trees, unfortunately. Maybe that saves your kids to get a little bit more toys for Christmas. Put it that way. You got to look at the bright side of things, and I mean, it's not like they're saying, oh, it's not going to be here till summer of 2023. Now. So they're backing it up. I get it, guys. You're not alone, but knowing what I know and just how they're going to release, it makes sense, and you guys are going to be happy. But at least we have this for now, the Street Series, which is awesome, and to kind of get that together, because think about it. Yes, there might be less, not research and development so per se, but just because you're not trying to make a square woofer move 3 inches forward and backwards and maintain linearity and all that other fun stuff. I mean, it is a loudspeaker and it's square, and there's some problems with that of how they have to design it. But you kind of look at it this way too, where the product, it isn't just, oh, let's build a box and throw it in the trunk. This is a little bit more time consuming, where you have to build some kind of beauty panel or some kind of, mount to flush the speaker into your door panel if you choose to do so. So it does give you a little bit more time to get your doors done if you want to do so in the whole winter time before the products, the rest of the woofers, the 10, 12, and 15 are released. I believe the 12 will be out. You know what I mean? So it's just how they're doing it and how everything comes available as soon as they can. I'm sure they will, but being that it's going to be the 50th anniversary, why release it maybe like 2 weeks earlier and just wait till the 50th anniversary day? You know what I mean? So I feel like I get it, but there's just things that happen too, and just how a company is ran. There's not just one person pulling the strings. So Lou, yeah, I seen your comment on there, and I think he was, you're the one that asked about it, and Bill answered that for you, man. Blazed Existence, thank you for tuning in, man. Those ST series speakers are labeled as PA drivers. In what ways are PA speakers better or worse for car audio applications? I think it's just the way that the speaker disperses the sound, the type of frequencies they play is what makes a PA speaker. I'm not home audio, I'm not pro audio, so I don't know enough. But just, it's not going, it's more to be loud. That's what it is. It's a loud speaker. It is a PA speaker, and just the type of, bullet tweeter of just how it's shaped, how it's designed, what kind of frequencies, and I'm sure power comes into it too. So it's meant for, it's not meant for sound quality. It's not. But is it going to sound good? I bet you it's going to sound way better than any mid-bass driver that you're going to find 9 chances out of 10 on the market today. So, just because of how they design things, how they always done with all their products. So, is it a bad thing that's a PA speaker? No, it's just the type of animal that it is. Thank you for tuning in, 25, and of course, always making it rain here. Guys, you're killing it as always. Chris Vieira, yeah, it sucks, man, but hey, it'll be here. I'm telling you guys, I know I've been telling you guys for a long time, but we're getting closer and closer, and from what I know, I can absolutely verify for sure that it will be here. You still gotta watch what you say, because I don't work for Kicker. I'm Andy. So, but at the end of the day, from what I'm hearing and what they're telling me and stuff like that, it'll be here Q1. And I mean, 50th anniversary. I mean, it's gonna put a little bit of fire up your butt to get it done. Kind of like when Mitch Trubisky had to go in for the hurt Kenny Pickett, against Tom Brady. And he was playing a little bit of fire under his butt, so it kind of helped. You can look at it that way. All right, how heavy are they? I don't know. We can actually pull that up. There should be a little bit of a weight on there. Let's see here. So this is the 9 to 4 ohm version. We'll scroll down to here. We'll go into the manual. I don't know if they're gonna list the weight, because I know on the subwoofers, I don't think they even list weight on the subwoofers. But I'm gonna tell you guys, they're not gonna be super heavy, just because they're not even that deep either. I think the 9 is almost 4 inches mounting depth, and the 7 is a little bit over 3 inches mounting depth. And yeah, it's a ferrite motor and whatever, but I don't think it's going to be super heavy, just because of how it's designed. Okay. In the manual here, I want to read this because I think this is pretty cool. The Kicker ST Street Series speakers are the latest step forward in Kicker's innovating line of full-range PA and mobile speakers. The horn-loaded bullet tweeters and 7 and 9 inch square mid-range drivers were engineered with custom installations and tough environments in mind. So like I said, it's not that plug-and-play stuff, but we knew that walking in as soon as we knew they were square. The hyper-efficient square design of the speakers and compression tweeters push through a horn, cut through ambient noise, crowds, or anything that comes between you and the sound. Whether upgrading an existing audio system or decking out a new one, these speakers are designed to be mounted in a free air application. So you could put them in an enclosure, but I just don't think it's going to work very well. Maybe like a large ported enclosure or a large sealed enclosure where it's almost not an enclosure, and that's kind of how vehicle doors are. They're not really sealed either. Some have a tuning. I've noticed my Volvo actually had a little tiny port going out the back end of the door from the speaker location. It was pretty cool. I was wondering why they always sounded really good. And to get loud, we hope you have the chance to combine these new speakers with our award-winning line of amplifiers and accessories to get the most out of your system. It's cool to see these manuals just because looking back at the L7 or the L7X, the Solo X manuals and the the Easter eggs and that, and the sketches and all this other kind of stuff, just, the times then of when that was coming out, to be in this era now, it's just, I'm all about it. So, again, now this is peak power handling, 500 and 600 watts, but we're not going to look at that. The RMS rating, where's it at? I swear it's, recommended. That's why it threw me off. 50 to 250. I thought that was frequency range. So the recommended power, I'm sorry, 50 to 250. Man, my voice is failing on me or something here. Sorry, guys. I don't know if it's my voice or the mic or the earphones. I don't sound as loud. Or, you know what? It might be this jack. My jack needs replaced. So 50 to 250 RMS for the 7, 50 to 300 for the 9, and then tweeters 15 to 50. So you could run any maybe KX or CX amplifier on these and they're going to work pretty good. That's what I'm going to do at the moment's time because that's all I kind of have. And you would think having speakers that take 250 to 300 RMS, you know, full tilt boogie. Now, I wouldn't say that they're going to make a 4-channel that powerful. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe at 2 ohms it'll do that. Just because of looking at their older products that they already had before. You know, the CX, or not the CX amps. I mean, you could compare it with the CX amps and the CS speakers, or the KX amps, and like the 4 channels, and the KSC components or coaxials, and their RMS ratings reflecting the amp that would be associated with that in a sense. And the KS speakers, I think, are like 150 RMS or something like that, and the KS amp will do, what was it, 70? No, 50 RMS and 90 RMS a channel. I forget what the KX 400.4 does, but either way, it's not crazy. But maybe for this, they actually will, and they will actually have an amplifier that is just insane. And we all seen that post on Kicker Club of just, you know, 3600 watt amplifiers. That's intriguing. That's very intriguing. So again, the mounting depth, 3 and 3/16, and then 3 and 11/16. So like 3 and 4 inches roughly. And the other tweeter they have here at 3 and 3/8, and I'm guessing the other one is the same depth, mounting depth. So those are pretty stout tweeters, man. They are almost as deep as tall, per se, as the full range. So these things are pretty. Maybe that's not gonna fit in my my tweeter location, but hey, can always think of the glass half full. All right, let me see what else I want to go over with here. Just recommending size of speaker wire. Think you guys know what you're doing on that though. And just some warnings. And then this is about the tweeters, and you can hook up a capacitor to, you know, for like crossovers, a physical crossover with the capacitor. Resistors and capacitors. I'm sure it has everything in the box when you buy them. I will unbox those. Maybe I'll do it live instead of a video, whatever you guys want me to do. I don't know. I might just do a video because I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait to unbox it. You know what I mean? But they have a little demonstration here of just like, you know, how you would do it. You would mount your tweeter there. You can just cut out a hole, throw it in there if not, and then where you would put the speaker and all that kind of fun stuff running through the door jamb, through the boot. And I think down here is where they talk about, let me zoom out here. They talk about, can you see that pretty good? Kind of, sort of, not really. They just talk about, you know, building up a vanity piece right here and just pretty much making your door insert at least so that mounts okay. I know it's going to be a question of what's going to work, and maybe how are you going to have to, are you going to be able to just throw that in your speaker location? Will the motor and stuff fit, and then build just a baffle in a sense and kind of have it behind everything? I don't think it's going to work. I'm not going to know until it's in my hands, and that's kind of what this is. But I don't think a lot of people are going to be doing that. I feel like a lot of people are just going to be building doors out of fiberglass and MDF or whatever their choice of wood is, and building some crazy doors like what I'm going to do, and maybe throw some shag on it, you know, and call it a day, rather than trying to fit it into their stock door panel, which you probably might be able to do to a certain degree. And I almost missed this super chat, but I didn't miss it because that is a $20 super chat. I appreciate you guys. Kibo, $20 super chat. Thank you so much, man. This is for Andy's mom. Unrelated. Is she seeing anyone? I'm available most Tuesdays. Kidding, maybe. Hey, appreciate you, man. so much. And no, my mom is happily married with my dad, and 50 plus years, give or take. Close to 50 years they've been together. And I know that doesn't happen all the time, especially in just today's society of how that is. But hey, wasn't for God, man. Appreciate you so much, Kibo. Thank you so much for tuning in and super chatting and everything you guys are doing. Let me see if I scrolled over any of these comments. I cannot scroll past this guy. He shared my posts on Facebook, 48 different groups for the win. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you, man. I like them square PA loudspeakers. Dude, I think they are the coolest thing, man. I joked about it too. Mike, if you're still watching, we all joked about, we need some square, like, mid-ranges or just, square speakers, not maybe coaxial, like a component, literally like what they did here. Man, and they did it. They did it, and they listened, but you know what? I am so excited. I cannot wait to get these. I literally ordered everything. I literally ordered 2 of the 9s, 2 of the 7s, and 2 of the 1.5s and 2 of the 1s, just so I could demonstrate everything to you guys. Just so I could show you guys in my hand, pictures, videos, stuff like that, out to you guys so you guys can see it and hear what I think. And, just kind of get an idea of it, seeing it rather than just looking at a picture. Because if you're just looking at a picture, it's kind of hard to tell what is what. You know what I mean? Like, you just look at that, it's like, okay, I think I can do that. And you look at this side, and it's like, oh, it's not too deep. Might fit. Might not have to do too much fabrication. And I kind of want to show you guys as much as I can. I think it'll be awesome. I really do. Yeah, I was originally going to go with the 7s because I thought it'd be a little bit easier, knowing of like mounting depth and just, how small my car is inside. I don't want to build my doors extremely long, like deep, just because, your seat gets in the way, man, or people's knees and how that's going to go. I definitely want to do something custom, though, for the outside of it, so people, when they're getting the demo, they can't ruin the speaker. I mean, if it happens, it happens. And if it does, then I got to make it where it's serviceable, easy to pull in and pull out kind of deal. And those are things y'all got to think about when you're doing these extreme kind of builds. But, man, even if you could just buy 2 of these for $200, you could throw them in a box, and I bet you they'd be kind of loud for acting as subwoofers, even though that they're bandwidth is not that wide. It's really not that wide. Again, I think it was, let me go over that. I forgot to go over the bandwidth of each because that is kind of important. For the 7s, it is 80 hertz to 7.5. Now, is it going to play 79 hertz or is it just going to just fall off? No, it'll play. It's just how well can it play? And I'm sure you could probably still, kind of have it play some 60, 50 hertz, no issue. And obviously lower, but how well is it going to do it? And just all those kind of variables go along with that. So, with that said, and then the 9, because we did the 7, the 9, because it's bigger, it doesn't play quite as high. And maybe they did that in a sense because it's just physical limitations of the speaker and just what they think that it can play up to. And of course it can play higher and lower, like I was talking about the lower frequencies. But it's going to give you, that's where they want you to play that speaker. It's where it's going to excel, it's going to sound great. But you can see there's a little bit of a difference between the 7 and the 9. But again, with the tweeters, they both play down to 3.5K or 3K for the, I think the 3 is the one, well, let's see here. Yeah, I want to say the 3.5 is definitely going to be the bigger one? Smaller one. 3, ST3TW. I don't know, because it doesn't say 1.5 or 1. So, but either way, it's pretty similar. But either way, they still don't cross, like they still, like where this one's fallen down and where you would have that one tuned, this one's going to kind of pick up there. And I mean, to be honest with you, 3.5K to 5.5 is all vocals, and it's easy to blend that in with your tweeters and everything else. And you could run either ones together, but I feel like the 7s are probably going to give you a better, easier way to blend everything because it just reaches those higher frequencies without a drop compared to the other one, and where the other one might not do as well and play differently, even though it can play it, but play differently. And just how all those variables work But when you put everything together, you're good to go. And again, the price, you can't beat this stuff. I mean, yeah, the tweeters are a little expensive in my opinion, but for what they do, they're worth it. Just because they're $100 a piece, each thing is $100 or $120 a piece. So think about it, you're paying $120, or you're paying 100, yeah, so $400 for a pair. If you go with the 7s and the 1-inch, you're paying $400 for your whole front stage. For pro audio, if you want to call it that, PA speakers, loud, brand new Street Series, I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. I am so excited. I couldn't wait to show you guys this and just talk about it. Troops 954. Thank you for tuning in. Does Andy work for Kicker? Not really, kind of, sort of. You know, it's more of just been a hobby and grew into something bigger, and I finally got my first time to be able to go down and see Kicker Stillwater HQ, and it was an amazing time, man. Hopefully one day more things to happen, man. I can't wait, you know, honestly. I can't wait to the day where I can say, yeah, I work for Kicker, you know. I mean, I don't want to say it. I do, but I don't, you know. It's weird. It is, but it's just, I'm Andy. I'm the guy living along with Andy. I do the Kicker stuff, and I might as well be, right? Show them how to wire a system correctly, right? I hear you. I seen Seth Duffy is here. What is going on, Seth? Thank you for tuning in. Frank Urbine, thank you for tuning in and joining the Discord. If you haven't noticed already, right on the bottom, Discord leaderboard. If you're level 10 and higher, I have a little leveling system. All you got to do is talk on there. That's all you got to do. And Bubba Blake and Double E are already on there, and I got the Discord link there. And if not, go check out the 14.4 Talk Discord as well. It's always lit in either chat. It's always popping, man. Just always two different conversations going on, and Dave has a Discord too, man. Keep them coming. That's a good way to put it. Andy works for Kicker, but he is not a Kicker employee. I get, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. He's not directly connected. I always thought he was. They should consider. Hey, if I wasn't so far away, it would make things a lot easier. A lot easier. But who knows, man? You know, I'm just kind of waiting on that and just seeing how life turns out, man. Everything happens for a reason, and good things come to those who wait. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you. Seth Duffy, thank you for tuning in, man. I'll see you Wednesday. Hope your son's doing a little better. I know he was a little sick there. Just a Kicker fan, pretty much, Troop. Garrett, no, he's a fan of the company Full Tilt Boogie. Is that what I see? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's how it all started out, man. That's how it all started out. It's just awesome to be able to rep a company, and the company that, you know, respects you and just, you know, says thank you. You know, and it's just, it's a blessing, man. Got a lot of blessings in life, and that's one of the biggest ones I got. I'm happy to be able to do this stuff and have a giant Kicker banner behind my, you know, and it means something. It means something. Go for digital designs. Blake, I think I found you a new friend. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Face Kicker, what is going on? Thank you for tuning in as well, man. Hope you're doing good. It's okay. It's okay. I noticed that, you know, there's a majority of people that I always see here every time, and some people miss a show or two, and whenever they come back, I'm like, you know what? I knew something was missing. It's all good, man. Let me scroll down here. No grills for the ST line, Andy, as of now. No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. They're always making new things that I'm hearing about, and I'm like, ooh, that's going to be great. I cannot wait for that. And, no, I haven't heard anything about grills, but if I do, I will let you guys know. I mean, they're always listening. A lot of the guys, even Steve, watches the show here and there. I know he does. And the people that matter do. So if you email them or you just talk about it here, man, and the UnMasked show, that's the reason why they do this. It's the reason why I do it for them, too. And they want to hear what you guys want. So that's kind of the great thing about technology and this kind of format of what we do here. And instead of making products that people don't want to buy, make the ones that they're talking about that they want to buy, within reason, of course. Don't tell them make a 30-inch Solo X, because I don't know how well that's going to work out. Absolutely, Jeff. You know, and it's some things that people think that everybody know, or maybe they do and they just want to polish up on it, you know, but that's kind of something you kind of have to know walking in with this product. This is, if you want to look at it at beginner, intermediate, advanced level, this is definitely an advanced level product. And there's going to be people that are beginners that are going to buy this and they're going to put it in their car and they're going to be like, why don't it fit? You know, or there's going to be like, it doesn't play everything. It doesn't sound as clear as my 6x9 that has 2 tweeters on it and it's a coaxial and they're missing the tweeter. You know, and they're going to run into that. But we're here trying to help you guys so it doesn't happen as much. Not saying you don't know, Jeff, but just anybody watching. New, a dating for taste and ages, not interested. Yeah, you gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. DIY guy, thank you for tuning in, Justin. Appreciate you. We need YouTube mods. Speaking of which, you're modding my Discord. I don't think they have YouTube mods. If they do, it's probably if you're in maybe YouTube Studio, and you might be able to do it there. But I mean, YouTube's pretty good with it, honestly. And there's nothing you can do on StreamYard. You have to go into the YouTube stream and then like block them and stuff. But it's gonna happen, man. Anytime I post a video, it's like within like 2 hours every time. It's like not right away and not later. Right around 2 hours, I get one of those messages, and it's like, come on, man, come on. Like who's falling for this stuff? That's what I want to know. Who's falling for it? And that's why they keep doing it. All right, let me scroll down. Everyone's talking to Justin, El Fuego, Mike. I mean, it's between me, you, and Bobby B, man. I don't know. It's a fight to the finish, man. Appreciate you, Mike. I'm so glad you're back, buddy. It's Kicker. What more to say? Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in, Anakin. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Steven Laster, price for the L7X12. They have not released an official price for the L7X12. My guess is probably going to be the $400 to $700 range. Anywhere between, maybe below, maybe above. I don't know, but that's my guess. And who knows with the economy, man. I'm paying $6 for 2 king-size Reese's that used to cost $3. So who knows nowadays? You really don't. You hope not. And a lot of companies are eating price. And you can't make a subwoofer smaller like you can make a sub from Subway. You just can't, because the inflation. That's one way to fight inflation. You just shrink everything. You can't make it any smaller. So companies are going to be eating prices and for a while, and then it's just to what point, you know, and just what becomes the new normal, and then things move up, and then that's just inflation, man. L7X for $79.99. Nice out. Freaking standing, you know, that would be crazy. Maybe B-stock and a spare. A square and a hole. Yes. Ash, the Solo X, that's what I wear. That's why I wear a tinfoil hat, Justin. I don't know what's going on, Brian, but I hope everything's okay. All right, let me scroll down. Yes, you know what? We got to talk about Steve Barber and the showdown at Vegas that Steve Barber's hosting with shitting on him, sharting on him. That's the only time I'm going to swear, shitting on him. Come on, man. I mean, that's all right. That's all right. I love that, just the branding, the design, what Steve does. All my kids have shitting on him shirts. You know, it's cute and it's just funny. And man, I really want to go out to Steve's show. He was asking me last night, and I'm like, man, like it's last minute. My car's not ready. Not like I'm taking my car to Vegas anyway. It ain't gonna make it. If it ain't gonna make it to Stillwater, it ain't making it to Vegas. But I would love to go out to one of those. And me and Caitlin were actually talking during the UnMasked show, from our house, driving to Vegas down to the showdown. Stillwater is actually en route, so maybe that would be a plan for like next year, where you drive down to Stillwater, hang out at Kicker HQ for a little while, a few days, leave, drive up to Vegas for the showdown for SEMA and all that, and then drive back, stop at Stillwater again, grab a twisted tea, and head back on your way home, you know. So that's definitely in the future, man. And it makes me want to do more things. I want to get a car dolly for the Eclipse and drive the Pilot down. I mean, why not bring both base vehicles, plus the Pilot's a little bit more roomier than the Eclipse. My Eclipse is not for comfort. and not anyone for anyone over 6'2". Even 6 foot's kind of pushing it. Blazed Existence. Are you going to change your whole mid and high setup to the S10 line? Yeah. Well, except the speakers that are in the air vents that I have, because 3.5 inch round's the only thing that's going to fit in there. Unless I take that apart and that somehow fits in there, but I feel like a super tweeter right at your face. I mean, either way, in the tiny car, it's probably better at your face than beside your ear, to be honest. So, I don't know, we'll see. I'm definitely going to replace, I mean, I'm just doing doors. And since I was able to, I thought I had to pay $100 for each mid bass, or $200 for each mid bass. And then as soon as I found out it was $100 for each mid bass, I'm like, oh, I'm buying all four. Just so I have them all, see what fits, and if all fit, or whatever I decide to do, I can run them all, because it would be nice to run 9s and 7s. You know, you get a little, you can tune each one a little bit different, or, you know, have a little bit, like I was saying, with the roll-off of just how that speaker is going to perform, and, you know, I could pull some tweeters or run all four. Whatever I want to do, I'll have flexibility, and I think it's just cool to buy each one of every line. I mean, that's kind of the idea. That's why I do this stuff. And I don't ask for hand-me-outs, man. I was just like, hey, I'm grabbing those. That's what's going to happen. So I had to get them, man. I had to get them. I'll definitely do it with the L7X family in its entirety. Just so you guys can see it, man. This is why I do what I do. Yeah, my head rests on the roof of my car. It's that hatchback life, man. I don't know. Blake, how tall are you? DIY audio guy. Been a long time since I was in an Eclipse 6.4 and I fit. Wow. I mean, as long as you don't have like a Solo X18 behind your head with a giant box, I think you could probably fit. You know, it's not that small, but I'm a little bit past the B pillar, just a little bit. You know, I built a little bit too big. But I fit in it. I'm like, it's great. It works, you know? And when I first put that stuff together, man, I had the floor down. I'm like, okay, that looks good. It'll work with the box. It'll work with the trunk. You know, like you eye it up. With a build that big, taking up that much vehicle, there are some errors you can make. And I might have tweaked things a little bit differently knowing that what I know now. No sense of changing everything up. But when I first put the floor and I'm like, oh yeah, I can lean back. This is good. I'm fine. Not realizing that the giant box was going to be up to my head, up to here. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, and then I put that in there. I'm like, oh my God. I feel like I'm sitting like this in the car. But you can position it a little bit, you know, and you get a little bit of leg room, barely any. Enough to reach the clutch fine and not burn it out. Because that happens if you're too close. Foot gets a little heavy. Cool. Wow, we already went 52 minutes. Awesome, guys. Awesome. He's gonna want your shirt and all that jazz. Yes. 6-inch for $5 or foot long for $5. Yeah, I think it's going to be $5 for half a foot long pretty soon, man. The new $10 foot long. Acting like it's some kind of deal or something, you know? Just how things go, man. Let me scroll down here, see if I missed anything crazy. Because I'm actually caught up on the comments for once. Walmart's going to have them 100%. No. You gotta love that, man. Why would you go with a company that sells their speakers at Walmart? Well, you bought your TV there too, and your iPhone. Oh man, junk, all junk. Samsung Galaxy, whatever team you're on, they sell everything, man. I kind of wish they would sell like some L7S's there, but they just won't. They won't. Because it'd be nice to be like, oh yeah, man, go to Walmart, pick up some 2L7s. Walmart has a great warranty, and so does Kicker. Win-win. You know, impulse buy at Square. I mean, think about it. Maybe the L7R. I think it's an option. Hear me out. Hear me out. El Fuego ST Series boombox with L7S12 for the audio room. Oh, you're giving me ideas. Bad, El Fuego. I mean, I'm not doing door panels right away. I got to get with Tony because he's definitely going to help me out with that. with fiberglass and doing. I want it looking good, man. This guy's a construction worker. He's awesome with his hand and everything, man. He's really good. And a boombox. Oh, you're giving me ideas, El Fuego. You're giving me ideas. Too many ideas. It would be cool to have a little display piece of it. Maybe the 2 of the 7s and 2 of the 1-inch tweeters, just to give a little representation. Or maybe the 9s, who knows? Give me motivation to pull out the table saw and build something nice for that. It's more money because you ain't metric yet. I mean, that could be a point. Blake says, I would definitely keep the coaxes in the vents. And yeah, I'll bet that'll sound epic. Right, I like the coaxials in the vents, man. It gives nice natural sound, because I do get a little bit of, quote, bass response, mid-bass response, because of the air vents in the car. I play them by themselves. They sound almost a little bit more acoustically driven than the 6x9s, just because of that factor. The 6x9s obviously have more volume, more sound, but they're just bigger, you know, but just they sound good. And just throwing a tweeter in there is playing 3.5 and up and not playing like 500, 300 hertz. I don't want to lose out. Like you said, I don't think it's a great idea. Thank you, Blake. Appreciate you, man. Justin, I bought beer from Walmart tonight, so is a bad beer. It's terrible, man. It's trash, and sounds like some wasted beer to me, man. Wasting your money. Don't buy no Walmart stuff. Now, you know what? I am team great value. I had some great value shells and cheese, and man, the cheese tastes sharper. If you get anything that's like salty and you like it, try the great value. They got more salt in there, and it's cheaper. David Koslick, what's up, Andy? I'll catch up tomorrow at work. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in, man. I know I was catching up a little bit on some of the wasted information with Dave's show on Sunday. Hey, it happens, man. Thank you so much for tuning in and all you do, too, man. Appreciate you. Ernie is here, still driving. What is up, fellas? Thank you for tuning in, Ernie. If you don't know, Ernie's the guy that pretty much runs the UnMasked show. Thank you for all you do. An awesome show tonight. You guys did great. And I know StreamYard, you can't really rely on StreamYard like some brands around here. You just can't. But it's okay. We still keep pushing through. Thank you for tuning in, Ernie, and drive safe, man. Let me see. Rolling up. Thank you, Troop. All right, cool. Is there such thing? Discord? Yeah, of course we got Discord. Discord on the bottom here. Discord.com/www. Just go to my YouTube on the About section. Click my Discord channel. Check it out. All right, cool. Well, we already pretty much hit the hour mark. We're a little short, but it's okay. You know, I feel like we went over everything. I'll talk more about this Friday for sure. I ordered the stuff. It's not going to be here till November 1st. And I don't think that's Friday. Yeah, we got a couple of days here, so probably Monday, I think that is, or give or take. As soon as I get that, we'll talk about that. Hey, they might be sitting here for the Kicking It with Andy show on Tuesday, and I know Kicker and them are going to be down at SEMA Tuesday. So maybe just maybe we could get somebody that's live down there to join me on Tuesday. I'll have to talk to Ernie or somebody, whoever's down there, John or maybe Aaron. I think Aaron might be down there too. He does that stuff. Get them on this show for like a few seconds while they're at SEMA. I think that'd be a great idea. Or maybe we could just talk about SEMA and new products and stuff like that. I haven't really thought of a topic for next Tuesday, but we'll get there when we get there. Always. All right, awesome. So I guess, yeah. Appreciate you guys so much, man. Mike, everyone needs to donate to Andy to Showdown. Just say it. Now, you know, Steve Barber already told me he paid for my hotel, you know, and I'm just thinking, man, if I would have known about this a little bit earlier, you know, it's just flight. I was already looking at it, about $400 rental car and all that stuff. I just, you know, I don't push things. I never do. I never push anything, and when it's right, it'll happen. It'll happen. Got the rest of my life. Ernie, the problem is getting a good signal out of the building. It's very difficult. I know that's what you were telling me. Usually it's internet problems or just StreamYard, bandwidth, all that fun stuff. It just stinks. There's too much going on in the building. It's extremely difficult. You almost need like a separate dedicated line that's like encased with something so there's no interference going out to the building and then to someone's trailer that has amazing internet. Just you'd be digging a line and be Steve come up beside you. What are you doing, Ernie? It's for the internet connection. Digging a hole in the pavement and the sidewalk. I can't. It's for the Unmasked show. I'd be like, oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about SEMA, no internet. Can't dig no holes there. So, no internet at SEMA. Ooh. That kind of blows. What time? Man, if we could get some videos for that, I don't know. I would love the live interaction, but if we could even get like maybe a video of just something down there, I'm sure I could be able to get it off a bill or somebody if you got something ahead of time. But I don't know. I was just thinking. All right, Ernie, I was just thinking. All right, so hey, either way, we'll get a good show for next Tuesday, of course, with the Kicking With Andy show, and Friday. I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you got any questions after this about these ST series, speaker, street series, drop a comment down below, join the Discord, shoot me up on Patreon, any which way, or ask on another Tuesday or Friday show. I will be happy to answer them to the best of my knowledge. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you Friday. And as always, stay living loud. Space. You know, I do stumble across the 14.4 Talk Discord chat, and I seen that you guys wanted to do a rebase version of that. And Double E, I know there's a little bit of... It's a little bit too loud. This was my early editing days, 0 dB, flat scale, who knows? But you know what? That's the point. It's loud, and if you play it on your stereo, it's just as loud as maybe a little bit louder than normal music. But either way, it's loud. It lets you know the show's starting and the show's ending. Appreciate you guys. And Kibo comes in early with a super chat to be the caboose, and it looks like he's going to be the caboose tonight. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and it's always jamming. Then, Bubba, come on, man. He's stealing it from him. Thank you guys so much. There can only be one